We begin this bulletin with the latest development that's happening in Nepal. The Gen Z protest has now escalated. The parliament has been burned down by the protesters today on the second day of the protest. The parliament building was seen set ablaze. As you can see on your screens as well, smoke bellowing out of the building, and the building has been burned down and destroyed. Also, the Prime Minister of Kathmandu has resigned. He has stepped down amid intense pressure. The youth of Nepal are on the streets on the second day as well. Joining us now from Kathmandu live right now is India Today's Amit Bharadwaj. Amit, tell us what are the latest developments in this protest and what is the situation on the streets of Kathmandu right now?
Anjali, to begin with, where I'm standing right now, right behind me, you could see the smoke has covered the sky right behind me. That is the visual we are getting from Kathmandu at this point in time. Right behind me, it's the entire sky has been taken over by the smoke, which is describing the kind of violent protest which has unfolded, angry protest that has unfolded on the streets of Kathmandu, as we have been reporting since morning. As I'll be panning the camera, the next visual is coming from the Hilton Hotel. That is a hotel possibly owned by one of the top political leaders of Nepal, and the protesters, angry over the lavish lifestyle of the political class in Nepal, has now hit out, poured down their anger on the properties owned by these leaders as well. So that is another area which has seen vandalism, a fire, and as the camera will pan further, these are the establishments, again, likely of the political leaders, which have been set on fire. So majorly today, the anger has been, taken out on the property of the government as well as of the political class. This is no more about social media. Anjali, let me just clarify it for our viewers' understanding. The protests might have started in Nepal over a ban on social media platforms, but eventually it boiled down to a situation where the Gen Zs are saying that while we do not have opportunity to have better education, employment, inflation is beyond explanation in Nepal.
Amit, we will continue to take the latest updates from you, but right now, full screen, we are showing some visuals, some shocking visuals right now coming from Kathmandu. These are visuals from the home of Prime Minister, or rather, the former Prime Minister who has tendered his resignation, his residence. You can see on the screens how the protesters barged into that home. They broke the lock using a fire extinguisher, later demolished the gate, entered the premises, and now you can see everything was looted, scattered around, and eventually burnt. Bonfires have been lit, things are being thrown into the fire. Furniture, clothes, files, whatever the protesters can gather, they are throwing it into the fire. This fire is symbolic of their anger that they feel towards the government that they had elected but that had failed them. And these are the people. You can hear let's listen to what they're saying for a minute. So these are the visuals that you see coming from Kathmandu as Prime Minister KP Oli's private residence has been burned down. And Amit Bharadwaj, our correspondent in Kathmandu, continues to be with us. Amit, you were telling us that this is not just about social media. That was just a trigger. We all knew this was simmering for a very long time, and probably there are multi-facets to it. It's about the anger and disillusionment with your government, your political leadership, and also, to a certain extent, there is a force that wants the monarchy back. So there are many things working together that has led to this tinderbox.
Absolutely right. You know, it's mixture of lot of factors at play as well as a lot of geopolitics at play. But having said that, the right word to express or explain what is happening in Nepal right now is the word frustration. What you see on the screens right now from different parts of Kathmandu and Nepal is, the expression of the Nepali youth of their frustration. They were frustrated because they wanted a political change in the country, the leadership to be handed over to the youth and get rid of the inflation, corruption which they allege, as well as there's another anger which has been simmering in these youngsters is about the Nepo kids or, Nepo babies as they are saying. So a lot of people were also mentioning as to how a couple of days back when family of certain political class leaders who were enjoying their holidays, vacation in some foreign country, when they were criticized, this social media ban happened to take place immediately in that window itself. So it was a major triggering point. And as you were mentioning, Anjali, it's not just the private residence of the Prime Minister which has been set on fire. Singhadwar or Darbar, so to say, is the area where the ministries are located of the Nepal government that has been breached. So that particular door to the administrative class of Nepal has been completely breached and taken over. Things have been set on fire. Right now, the angry protesters are refusing to leave that particular area. As I mentioned, Hilton, because the protesters believe that it was owned by one of the top leaders of a political party which is in power in Nepal. It has been set on fire. And right behind me, the smoke has engulfed the entire sky in this particular stretch as well. So that is also symbolic of the fact as to how things are worsening, even though the Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has resigned from his office and the resignation has been handed over to the President. Despite that, the situation is far from over. The tensions, the vulnerable situation on the ground is far from over, because the youth right now is looking for an alternative, and Balendra Shah is one of the names which constantly keeps on coming, as the youth of Nepal is constantly on the streets of Kathmandu at this point in time. In fact, many of them are again roaming around, and in fact, right behind me, Anjali, even the police post was set on fire out here. So the Parliament, the private buildings, the offices, Attorney General's office and the Supreme Court area was also vandalized.